Good morning on this drizzly, a little bit foggy morning here in Goroka, Papua New Guinea. Today I'm taking you guys to Yawin, one of my favorite places to go to because it's absolutely stunningly beautiful with a huge waterfall, nice 15% sloped mountain runway. We're gonna load up our cargo and get out on a 35-minute flight or so. So let's go ahead and finish packing up. The sprinkles have stopped, which is nice. And looking out that way, the fog should be clearing up here probably pretty shortly. So let's do our walk around and get out. Now, before we head out, I want to double check a couple of things to make sure that I can get out of Yawin with my passengers and their cargo, because there is a pretty hefty takeoff penalty. 250 kgs I have to be under my gross to be able to safely take off out of this mountain airstrip. So I'm going to look at my DFR, my daily flight record, and look to see how much weight I have coming out of there scheduled. I've got 333, 154, a 20, and a 20. Comes up to be 527 plus another 18 kgs that I'm going to be carrying on to my next flight, so 545. Over my weight and balance coming out of Yawin, I can do, I already have 18 in there, 588. So yes, I will be just able to take off safely out of Yawin. So let's get started and get out of here. Well, I definitely would not have pulled the plane out if I knew it was going to start raining. So these guys didn't have to load in the rain. We've got 930 pounds of fuel on board. All the way down Goroka, Yawin. And get started. More pressure's coming in. NG's stabilized now at 21.5. Reduce our fuel. Watching NG, fuel flow is coming up now, right at 135%, looking at ITT, and peaks out at 615. Now the weather is beautiful out in Yawin today, so that is good. Okay, so today I've got 399 kgs loaded. This is how it's all configured. There's my CG. And if we head over to the part tab, it says we need 59 knots rotate speed, which brings us to 69 knots if we had to come back in for any reason, which we will not be able to do today. As we're going to be doing an IFR departure today, let's put in our gas at departure, which is our Goroka standard instrument departure. And we will hit send 1 POV. We're heading up to 11,000 feet today. Goroka Tower, good morning. November Tango Zulu, request taxi Yawin 1 POV.
November Tango Zulu, Goroka Tower. Good morning, Ryan. And taxi to runway 17 left and backtrack and line up. QNH 1018 and time check approaching 14.
Morning, Radar 1018, clear to backtrack, line up 17 left, November Tango Zulu. Clear right and left. Coming to port will be 50 knots by our taxiway. I think it's gonna be probably a couple different layers getting out of here. That's what it looks like, is a high overcast with like a bunch of layers along the way. That's kind of what I'm planning for, but we've got in our instrument departure. I'm gonna clear off these other ones because these are just extra points that I don't really need. And we're gonna put in Yawin. For our destination. Ignition inlet and lights are done. You guys can see, kind of, a little bit of these red LED lights behind these. This is my newest version. Check it out. They flip off as you go. Harness and high idle. November Tango Zulu ready for departure.
November Tango Zulu, runway 17 left, left turn, cleared for takeoff.
Traffic 17 left, left turn, clear for takeoff. November Tango Zulu. Ignition condition, flaps 20, fuel and harnesses. Checklist is complete. 1390. Rotate 59. Hey, torque is set. ITT is coming up nicely right at 720. Airspeed's alive. There's 50 knots. We're continuing. There's 59 and rotate. Move up our ITT up to 740. I've already got a little bit of a hole right there I can see through. Bring ITT right back to 740 though. There we go. We're just going to head out 3 miles on this heading. There we go. I'm already starting to see out here, so I'm going to break out here any minute now. Winds are from the left 4 knots. Yep, already starting to break out a little bit, but it does look like there's higher up layers. Let's go 0 degrees of flaps. We're going to pitch for 99 knots for our best rate of climb. Bring our prop on back to 2000 RPM. Get back on heading a 170. There we go. A little bit of left-hand rotor pressure because we're starting to get our speeds up a little bit faster and we're not quite as much of a pitch up anymore. 10 seconds left-hand turn. Broker Tower, November Tango Zulu, departure time 17. We'll be tracking 085 shortly on climb 1000. Estimating yaw 154. Will remain OCTA NASDAQ.
November Tango Zulu, copied on climb 1000 and remaining OCTA. And contact Mosby on primary VHF 123.9er. Secondary 8861 or 5565.
1239er 8861 5565. November Tango Zulu.
November Tango Zulu, contact Mosby at 15 miles. Good day.
At 15, November Tango Zulu. Good day. I've got it set up here on my autopilot nav GPSS, so GPS steer. We're heading still out on our instrument departure up to 11,000, or if we're not broke out by then, all the way up to 12.8. Yeah, definitely a few layers out here. We've got a low one maybe at about 500 to 1,000, another one at maybe like 2,000, another one at maybe 4,000, and then yet another one up here at probably like 7,000 foot AGL. So according to the other plane that just left, Mike Alpha Foxtrot, I believe, or Golf, one of the two, he said he'll break out at 10,000. I'm already at 8,600, so it looks like this is the last layer that we need to get through. All right, the sun is definitely getting brighter, so I'm getting close to the tops. And this right here, guys, is my #1 favorite thing about being a pilot. Maybe not for everybody, for me, for sure, is breaking out. It's crummy weather down here. It's always beautiful weather on top. all the time. I absolutely love it. But just getting right above these clouds, man, it's majestic. And let's hit heading mode. Over here to our flight plan and just go direct to Yawin at this point. At this point though, I thought I was going to be able to remain OCTA, which means outside of the controlled airspace, but now I'm going to have to either adjust around this little corner right there or just ask for clearance to get through their airspace. For my next flight, I'm heading down here to Ayura. Hoping I'm going to be able to get in. It's going to be a cloudy one, that's for sure. There's 200 to go. That's what that chime is. Just let me know I'm just 200 feet to go to 11,000. Now that we're up, leveled at 11,000, 130 knots, I'm going to bring my torque right on back to 1250 for cruise. So slowly bring it back till I see 1270, and then let go of it and let it just settle on down on its own. Moresby 1239er, November Tango Zulu transfer.
November Tango Zulu Moresby, go ahead.
Good morning, November Tango Zulu 15 miles to the east-southeast of Goroka, maintaining 11,000. Estimating Yawin 54. Will remain OCTA NASDAQ.
November Tango Zulu, good morning. Narrow 11,000, air QNH 1009.
1009er, November Tango Zulu. Okay, that's one thing I did forget. Now I'm 300 feet low, so let's climb back up to 300 feet. All right, I need your opinion on what you guys would like to see in the coming videos for my channel. I feel like I'm kind of in a rut, and I'd kind of like to show you guys maybe a different aspect. What are you guys wanting to see from this channel? I mean, some of you guys might just say, just continue doing what you're doing, it works. And not that I want to change it completely, but what else can I add that you guys would really want to see? Is it something outside of the aviation? Would you guys want me to start a second channel that shows you more of culture, PNG? I am thinking about starting a channel once I get my motorcycle rebuilt, which is very close. I'd like to start up a motorcycle channel riding around Papua New Guinea. I'm not sure exactly the feel I want to do with that. I might do more of like an ASMR, kind of just like a relaxing video rather than a vlog. I might do a vlog. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what it is you guys would like to see from this channel moving forward, or just continue doing the same thing. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are, so please leave a comment down below. It really does mean a lot to me that you guys actually watch the videos. I still do enjoy making them, believe it or not, after 4.5 years. But I'm also kind of getting to the point where I'm like, all right, I want to do something a little bit fresh, you know, to keep it exciting for myself. That's one of the reasons why I came up with a newer version, an updated version of this. Like, I just don't want it to be the same, you know. I want to make things better. I want to make things more interesting in my videos, but I also want to make the products better for you guys. So now, I was sharing just a little bit. You can't see it now just because it's really made for night use, but it's got a toggle switch on the side, and you flip it down and all the lights will turn red, or all the words will turn red, and as you flip each one of them off, those red lights will actually turn off. So this is a takeoff and landing checklist covering your most critical items. You can get it customized to your specific plane and your specific needs. I've even had people buy them for non-aviation use in their life. But you can also get it for your home sim or something like that. It's not necessarily only for a real airplane. It's just Velcro to the dash. Or what you guys can do is, I've also done like a GoPro mount. You can stick it onto your windshield or your window or something like that. So there's a couple different methods you can mount it. So you can put it in any airplane. It's not connected to the airplane, so you're not going to have any issues with, you know, the FAA or anything like that. So anyway, the newest version should be coming out now very, very shortly. So go check out my website if you are interested. Well, this airspace starts at 13,000 feet, so I'm good there. But this one right over here starts at 8,000 feet. And then this one up here starts at 10,000. So when I get up here, I'll start my descent down, so I'm staying down underneath of all the airspace. But the reason why I'm taking the extra 30 seconds just to go around it is just so I don't have to contact NADZEB airspace. They don't have radar, so then you have to give them radials off of their VOR and their distances and all this stuff. And it's just a lot of extra work, so. Well, let's go over the strip chart together. Arrival into Yawin. It's a Class D airstrip. It's an 8% slope on touchdown, and then goes all the way up to 15. So if you slide on down here, you guys can see the profile as it goes up. Pretty steep at the end, actually. 15.8, so just shy of 16%. And the circuit's a bit different. We're going to be coming in here and just doing a kind of a turn all the way around so we can get a look at the airstrip on the way around. Pretty cool waterfall right over there. And then the circuit is not really a downwind. You just kind of fly, I don't know. It's kind of weird. You just go out a certain distance, like 1.4, do a 180, and then you're on base. This one here, though, we've got a ridge that we cross at 4850. We're only like 20 feet above the tree line right there and the village. And we'll turn final once our wings are level. That's the point where we need to call committed. Like, we're committed to land from this point on. Or, you know, yeah, or we need to go around immediately because there's a big mountain over here and a false canyon up this way, which means that you just go up and it's just rising terrain. So if you head up that way, there's definitely no coming back. And then if you scroll on down, you guys can see a couple of drone shots I took of the place. I mean, like I said, it's really spectacular out there. All right, there we go. Now we're just creeping around the edge of this airspace right here. Now I just need to get down below 10,000 feet for the next section. Let's go 9,800 feet. And just squeeze under. Let's go down at 200 feet per minute. Let's start up our buddy check while we're a couple minutes out. Our fuel is both on. Brakes are nice and firm. Turn our TAWs, our train awareness, off. Our VREF, which is our approach speed, is 68 knots with the amount of weight we have on board today. Our lights and inlet are done. If we have to go around, we already talked about it, but it's power up, 20 degrees of flaps. Hard right-hand turn out. Lots of rudder pressure and resetting to top of our torque. Let's see, we're 4,000, so probably ITT will be really close to maxing both of those out.
Vertical track.
Time to go on down, 900 feet per minute. Prop and harness. Harness is done. Actually, we're going to leave that off because I'm going to need to be able to move around a little bit more once we get into the circuit. Moresby 8861, November Tango Zulu.
November Tango Zulu, Moresby, go ahead.
November Tango Zulu in the circuit, Yawen, cancel SAR.
November Tango Zulu, Yawen, south, terminated.
November Tango Zulu. All stations, Yawen 1239 or November Tango Zulu in the circuit, Yawen. Well, we'll slow on down here, start getting our prop forward, 10 degrees of flaps in the turn, then we'll go 20 degrees of flaps over here. And heading down to 5,300 feet, where we're going to be turning a 180 right into a base. There we go, prop forward, 10 degrees of flaps. Looking at the runway. I can't really tell if it's cut very well or not. Got some burn marks on the side, so it makes me believe that they have done some cut or some trimming on it. Alright, looks really nice. 7 knots of wind up here now, so it is getting a little bit stronger. We're slowing down to 88 knots, 5,300 feet. Prop and harness, we'll get in just 1 second. We already did our landing clearance. We're going to go at 1.4 nautical miles here, 100 foot to go. Slowing to 88 knots, almost there. Once we slow on down, we're going to get a little bit more right rudder pressure in here, so I don't have to keep pushing on the pedal. 1.3, there's 88 knots, there's 5,300, there's 1.4. Let's start our turn, full flaps. And let's just lock that now. Checklist is complete. Going to 78 knots. We went 4850 over top of this little village over here. Like I said, it's like 20 feet over top of their houses. Had a little bit of a black hole effect this morning with the sun being up there, but just high enough for me to be able to do it safely. I'm going to turn final 68, so I want to be turning, initiating at 73 knots. There's 74 knots. Let's go 73. There we go. Pull the power. Start back trimming. Starting my turn. Slowing to 68. My power to hold my airspeed. Zero wind. Looking really nice. Okay, runway's clear. We're committed. 3 knots of headwind. 70 knots, go a little bit fast. There's
500.
There's 68. Runway is still clear. 1 knot of headwind, just so I can know where I'm going to have takeoff. 68, a little low. Yeah, it's cut really nice, actually. If you guys want to see heading on to Aura, then stay tuned. I'm going to do a time lapse if I have enough battery power. Actually, I don't even know if I have enough battery power, to be honest. We will see. And like I mentioned earlier, leave a comment down below, please, and let me know what you guys would like to see moving forward with this channel, maybe my motorcycle channel, maybe a different channel just with culture of PNG. What is it that you guys would like to see about these videos? Because not that they're boring to make, but they're kind of monotonous, and I want to keep it fresh for you guys. All right, guys, see you next time. Thanks for watching.